Good morning, everyone. How are you, Miss? We will continue talking about solving quadratic equations by factorizing. Why by factorizing? Because there are many ways to solve the quadratic equations. One of them, it's like to use general formula or by completing squares or by factorizing. In ninth grade, we will focus how we can solve the quadratic equations by factorizing. Now, the second part, I'll give you extra examples. Now, the same thing, solve the following quadratic equations by factorizing. Here we have a quadratic equation. This side is 0. Now, look for two numbers. If you multiply them, 14, and if you add them, -9. What are these two numbers? -9 high positive high negative. يعني two numbers must be negative عشان يطلع 14 positive if you multiply them. I think -2 and -7. Yes. -2 times -7 14. Yes. طيب -2 plus -7 -9. Yes. So here x 2 brackets equals 0, high x, high -2, high -7. This one equals 0 or this one equals 0. X minus 2 equals 0 or x minus 7 equals 0. High plus 2, high plus 2, high cancelled. X equals 0 plus 2 طبعا 2 or high plus 7 minus 7 with 7 cancelled, then x equals 7. So here x could be 2 or x could be 7. Now if you substitute x by 2 يعني 2 squared minus 9 times 2 plus 14 must be 0 كمان. If you substitute x by 7, 7 squared minus 9 times 7 plus 14 equals 0. Now here, this side equals 35. I can't factorize this equation. This side must be 0. So how can I do it? Send 35 to the other side. Sir high minus 35. High minus 35. 35 minus 35, this side is 0. Now bring down everything. X squared minus 2x minus 35. Now look for two numbers. If you multiply them بيطلع لك -35 and if you add them -2. If you add them -2, what are these two numbers? These two numbers must be different in signs. يعني one of them must be positive, the other must be negative, and the larger one must be negative. Try -7 and 5. Try -7 and 5. طبعا why؟ هلا -7 times 5 -35 done. -7 plus 5 -2 done. Now factorize. 2 brackets هاي x equals 0. هنا -7 وهنا plus 5. So here we have x minus 7 equals 0 or x plus 5 equals 0. Again, x minus 7 equals 0 or x plus 5 equals 0. Now, high plus 7, high plus 7, high minus 5, high minus 5, high cancelled, high cancelled. X equals 7 or x equals -5. Here, if you substitute x by 7 must be 0 in everything. If you substitute x by -5 must be also 0. Now this one, this side is 0, okay? We are looking about two numbers. If you multiply them 1, if you add them 2, what are these two numbers? What are these two numbers? If you add them equals 1, and if you multiply them equals 1, and if you add them equals 2. What are these two numbers? 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Why? Because 1 times 1 يعني هاي 1 times 1 1 طيب 1 plus 1 is 2. So yes, these two numbers must be 1 and 1. Open two brackets equals 0. هاي x positive plus 1 plus 1. هلا هاي positive هاي positive. These two numbers must be positive. Now here x plus 1 equals 0 or x plus 1 equals 0. 1 high minus 1 وهي minus 1. 1 with minus 1 cancelled. X equals negative 1 or هاي كمان minus 1 وهي minus 1. X equals negative 1. Look here we have x equals negative 1 or x equals negative 1. It means the root of the quadratic equation is repeated. And here if you substitute x by negative 1 يعني negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 plus 1 equals 0. Be careful. Here مش هاي x equals negative 1 هاي x equals negative 1. The solution is repeated. Thank you for listening and have a good day.